Winning BlizzCon would be life-changing. I would be a pro gamer, and that's my dream.
Now Firebat, he is going to BlizzCon, a 3-1 victory over Hype Zoo Warlock.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes.
When I first looked at the BlizzCon stage, I was just blown away. Blizzard wanted to copy the world so perfectly. I just saw how much effort went into the championship, and I knew that it was just too good to fail.
The road to BlizzCon was, extremely brutal and long so far.
BlizzCon has definitely been a little more stressful than probably most others' experiences have been.
Just going up there, the nerves got to me. I felt sick. It's really, really amazing to see everybody, talk to everybody, realize you have fans.
其实之前的比赛大家都看到了我的一些卡组了，但是希望今天还是能够让大家看到更多的东西吧。就这样。
What in my mind is that just do my best and show the Korean fans, show to the Korean fans that Korean players are good enough to compete.
I can absolutely see myself winning. I definitely have to put the time in and the work.
This is a tournament that I wanted to win by far the most out of all.
I'm at sort of the point in my Hearthstone career where I could either become a pro or just fall off.
Welcome everybody to the Hearthstone World Championships, day number 1. This is where it all comes down to.
Super stoked for this one. D2, actually, I put him in one of my top 4 picks.
If you're just joining us, Taylor Celestial took out Tare and punched his ticket to the top 4. Is one of the most consistent players. Taylor Celestial, who will it be? Kento, or will it be Kranich?
There, so Urshok's going to be enough to push through this, and game 1's going to be going over to Kento in this Shaman mirror.
Kento can't help but laugh at that one.
Kento had the incredible streak of just winning everything for about 5 to 6 weeks of Hearthstone play. Every tournament he entered, he was just coming out on top and placing first or second. Coming here, everyone expected him to be able to go all the way when he entered top 8, but I think he got distracted a little bit, and I do think fatigue played into a factor. It was the craziest ending that you could have imagined, that Kento died to a 4-card combination.
Unbelievable! Eliminated from the tournament. Kranich is going to advance.
I think he didn't get to think through every possibility, and as a result, dropped due to the first big mistake that we can see from him.
Actually, I don't believe that I can beat Kento, but it really came it really happened, and I'm feel like I don't know, I'm a little bit confused, but I'm joyful.
Game 5, StrifeCrow versus D2. One of these guys is going home, and one of these guys is going to the top 4. Coming back tomorrow.
StrifeCrow is an interesting player because everyone rates him as one of the best players in the world, but he always seems to fall a little bit short of being able to go all the way. And this time around in BlizzCon, he said it was the first time that he ever truly prepared for an event.
I kind of got a good list of, the deck lists they're running. I kind of wrote them down on my notepad. I have a spreadsheet I made for this tournament, so I was really trying to look at the spreadsheet, see what I was going to ban and pick and stuff.
Going for his honorable Sudoku from D2. StrifeCrow's going to take game 1.
Wow. He was making pretty strong decisions, but I think what happened is StrifeCrow may have underestimated his opponent a little bit because he was valuing his confidence and his preparation too highly.
There is nothing in StrifeCrow's deck that can get him out of this one, and D2 is going to be advancing to the top 4.
I definitely wanted to achieve something while I was here, and I've done that. A little of the pressure's lifted. I know that now I can basically put together my best game.
Many people really thought that Asia was the weakest region, and yet they had 2 out of the 4 representatives. It was a huge upset to see no Europeans represented to the top 4. But I think that goes to show you how much that these guys from Asia were working hard to make a showing at BlizzCon.
Won't stop the bleeding, and Taylor Celestial looks like he is going to the semifinals.
There
and he has to go for Jiraxis, but that's gonna do it, and Tiddler Celestial will go to the grand finals with a 3-0 sweep.
Wow. He won $50,000, and I think a second place finish puts Tiddler at the most winning player in Hearthstone in terms of money. First time I met him, he got stomped by Amaz at IEM Shenzhen. His play wasn't the thing that was targeted, it was his decks. This time around at BlizzCon, I think Tiddler brought better decks, and I think his preparation was outstanding, and his execution was flawless. I dare say that Tiddler was playing the best at BlizzCon.
Could not be more excited for Firebat versus Tiddler. This is what it comes down to. One player is going home with the title as World Championship and $100,000 US.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help us usher these players into the playing area with a large round of applause. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Make sure no Savage Roar shenanigans can happen. The swipe's going to clean things up, and now he's positioned himself for lethal. This is
that
next
news.
turn.
Tiddler.
Tiddler's going to need some. I imagine this swipe's going to need 5-6. That's 13 points of damage.
That's gonna do it for game number 1. Firebat has a lot of damage. Now all he's...
Firebat, in my opinion, is a really special player. He's a guy that values preparation more than almost anybody. And he's a guy that's willing to put in the time and the effort in order to really go the extra mile to gain that 1% extra advantage.
For him, it's like it plays out so well for him because he happens to play around this play that much more.
So Tiddler is 3 cards to kill 2.
I hit Wild Growth on turn 2, he hit Wild Growth on turn 2, so we both had like the ideal starting hand. He got the Sylvanas out, which costs a little extra mana to get Sylvanas out, but it has the threat of like he can run into one of my 4-power creatures and wrath it off, or keep his own Sylvanas off and steal the other one. That was like the defining moment of that match, was just going all face there instead of taking the safe play and killing off the Sylvanas, just saying, all right, you have to have the Wrath of the Keeper, I'm just gonna go all face and ignore that and try to take the tempo lead and outrace you. And it ended up working out because he didn't have the Wrath or the Keeper to finish off his own Sylvanas.
He doesn't, wait, he didn't even need the Savage Roar! Oh my gosh! Firebat is the 24th World Champion!
BlizzCon was the first time where I got to see Firebat reap the benefits of his labor.
Like, I have to give my phone to the guy in the box, like the guy that signals when you're supposed to hit start and stuff. He like holds the phones, so you can't like cheat or anything. And he's like, man, your phone's been going off the entire time. 90 different people like trying to contact me and say congrats and all sorts of stuff. Like a year ago, I was like playing video games very casually and focusing on college soccer. I had a bunch of like injuries and stuff, and I had to set a different goal, and this was the goal I set, and I accomplished it. If you do it enough and you're passionate about it and it's something you like really enjoy, and you take the time to do all the little extra stuff that nobody else does and try and pick up on all the little things no one else sees, all the little like tempo plays, and you notice every little thing and then get that little 1% edge, like can be the difference. The community is awesome. Like it's all like friends, friendly people, they're all working together.
The players are really tight-knit, so even if a player wins who's technically on another team and a rival, they're really happy for each other because they help each other, they talk to each other, they hang out with each other.
If the community doesn't exist, then none of this exists. BlizzCon doesn't happen. We don't have big tournaments, we don't have prize pools, we don't have streamers, and there's tons of amazing people in the community.